Hello everyone, we're going to be continuing on from last lesson, doing two step equations. We had multiplication last lesson, we're going to be working with division today. So just a quick recap, you should remember this from 2 lessons ago, but what does x over 2 mean? Well, that means x divided by 2. X divided by 2. So if there's a line here, that's the same as division. So x over 2 is just x divided by 2. So you need to know that when we solve the following equations. So these are two-step equations, so they have two operations involved in them. So they have division and they have addition in this one. So I want to just quickly refresh our memory. Let's just draw our BIDMAS out. So we remember the correct order of operations. So let's do our funnel method. If you remember, so funnel method, we've used that for the last couple of lessons. Let's draw our funnel. Either side. Good. That's our funnel. And now we think about the journey x takes to get 10. So x is divided by 2, because that's x over 2 is the same as x divided by 2. And then 4 is added to reach 10. So that's the journey x takes. Let's think about the inverse of that journey. So we go backwards on our BIDMAS now. So addition comes first. So we do the opposite of add 4, which is subtract 4. So subtract 4 from both sides. Remember, both sides of the funnel, make sure that it's on both sides of the funnel, because whatever you do to one side of the equation, you have to do to the other. So x over 2 plus 4 take away 4 is just x over 2. And then 10 take away 4 equals 6. Next step. So we've still got the x over 2. So x divided by 2. So we need to get rid of the division. So what's the opposite of dividing by 2? Well, opposite of division is multiplying. So that would be 2 multiplied by 2. Remember, we need to do it to both sides. Both sides of your funnel. Make sure you do it to both sides of the equation as well. So x over 2 times 2 is just x, and 6 times 2 is 12. That is simply our answer. Good job. Next one, similar question, but this time, instead of addition, we have subtraction. So x over 2 take away 4 equals 10. So what operations are being used? We've got division here, and we've got subtraction here. So let's draw our funnel. There we go. There's our funnel. So what journey does x take to equal 10? So we divide x by 2, and then we take away 4. So x divided by 2, take away 4. So let's go backwards, find our inverse journey. So we need to get rid of the take away 4, so we need to do the opposite of take away 4. Find the inverse of that, which is opposite of subtraction is addition. So add 4. Add 4 to both sides. So x over 2 minus 4 add 4 is just x over 2. And then 10 add 4 equals 14. Next step, so we've still got x over 2, so we need to get rid of the x divided by 2, because x over 2 is x divided by 2. So, how do we get rid of divide by 2? What's the opposite of division? Is multiplication, so we multiply by 2. Multiply by 2 on both sides. Remember, either side of the funnel and either side of the equation. So, x over 2 multiplied by 2 is just x, and 14 multiplied by 2, let's think about this, it's 28. Okay, so that is all you should need to know. I'll do a quick other example involving some negative numbers, just to be safe. So, next page. So we've got x over 2 plus 2 equals minus 3. So what operations are in use here? We've got division, x over 2, and we've got addition. So let's draw our funnel. So what's the opposite of adding 2? So opposite of adding 2 is to take away 2. You need to do that to both sides. So x over 2 plus 2, take away 2 would just be x over 2. And minus 3 minus 2. So think about our number line. Got minus 3 here, got minus 4 here, and we've got minus 5. So if we go 2 down from, we take away 2 from minus 3, go 2 more into the negative, which is minus 5. Now, x over 2 is the same as x divided by 2. So what's the opposite of divide? So x, the opposite of divided by 2 is to multiply by 2. So we multiply both sides by 2. So x over 2 multiplied by 2 is just x, and minus 5 multiplied by 2 is minus 5 multiplied by 2 would be minus 10. So that would be our answer, minus 10.